Alrighty, what's going on, folks? Yeah, we are here with Blackguards 2 for the Nintendo Switch. What's going on, Ropo? Let's see if we get inundated with bots again. That's always fun. All right, so for those that don't know, this particular game came back out on PC in 2015. It's kind of a strategy RPG, at least the original game was. I'm not quite sure about this. I've had this game on my PC list forever, and I've just never gotten actually around to playing it. So it came out on Switch. Keys provided by Evolve. Cool, awesome, thanks. Doesn't mean it's going to change how I actually view this particular game at all in any way, shape, or form. Morning tea and laziness to go to work. I feel you. I feel you there. So one of the first comments that I'm probably gonna get is why is there no sound? So there's no sound because the channel has been getting a lot of anytime we do these, we generically get hit with any type of copyright, not strikes, but copyright stuff, and it's just mad obnoxious. So the best way to avoid it altogether is just not have any audio. It's kind of boring, and I don't like doing it because things like voice acting and stuff do kind of matter. But I really don't have much of a choice in the matter. Um, Thanks YouTube for a crappy system. I don't know what else to say. All right, so I always like to go in to see what options are available. Difficulty, normal. Let's see, English tutorial, text field, speed, vibration, blah blah blah. Okay, so just for the sake of this, we will go with that because I really don't care. I honestly don't know if I'll come back to this game. We will find out. So, not a whole lot of options. We got a new game and all that fun stuff. This is very much a probably rated M game, knowing the games that I generically get from companies. So do keep that in mind if you have little ones kicking around. As far as what I'm liking so far, I always like these kind of like motion comic kind of ways of storytelling. I do like the fact that they have subtitles, also very nice touch, which makes, in this case, accessibility easier to follow and that kind of jazz, which I'm totally for. Okay. Where am I? Take a guess. Okay, so just from the writing, I can tell the guard is a sarcastic kind of mean person. Bunch of full ones and pieces like these five skeletons, and they're right there. Let's see. I'm the only guard I trying to hate hate my prisoners. Food and drink. When do I get to eat? There's nothing but spiders down here. Don't worry, in a few weeks, their poison will taste like wine. Apparently, somebody talked to sister. I'm assuming this is like some type of royalty that you're talking to. I have no idea. Oh, yeah, it's the low screen. Okay, so the navigation is a little wonky. So you use the bumpers to kind of navigate through those particular areas. Combat rounds. Every battle is divided into combat rounds. During each combat, example actions are tank so using an opening a chest. If vitality of player drops to the zero, battle is lost. In which case, you can either retry the battle or load a previous game. Press X to open the ring menu to show every action unit. Press L in order the unit to wait. It can react to the actions at the end of the combat. You can assign a ring item, ring menu actions. Z. Move, change the camera angle, skip turn. Okay. So as far as how it runs so far, just from the graphically, from what I'm seeing, not terrible. It's not as bad as Metal Max Xeno Reborn, which was horrible as far as all his optimization. Why does it have to be spiders? It's very Indiana Jones, not gonna lie. Why? Why does it have to be spiders? This is very much a hex based system. Okay. So this is more, I guess you could almost call this more strategy RPG. So this hex grid system reminds me of almost like Wasteland 2? Wasteland, I believe. Shadowrun. Can't remember the other game that off the top of my head, but I know which one I'm looking for. I'll remember it eventually. Syndicate and those kind of games. A good ruler, better than a thing. So, okay. Loot, AP. There are four different types of items. One hand, two hand range, as well as shields, armor pieces. You can equip them in the inventory with the directional button. Um, Honestly, Robo, I think for me, it really depends if there's a story to it. I've played some strategy RPGs that don't really have a story, and it's usually just hard for me to kind of get hooked and kind of really pay attention to what's going on with them. So a lot of people will play these games strictly for the combat and like the strategy element, and that's just not my style. Another game, the other game that this reminds me of, like with the hex grid system, is Birthright of Agris War, specifically one with it just doesn't have the anime uh, flavors to it. Okay, wherever she searched, all paths led back to where she started. Tired and sore from the spider bite, she turned to the only direction she found. Weeks later, Dexter Nemrod. Sounds boring. Talk to people, buy items. For merchants instructions, you can also converse with, find people to converse with in town. The goods available vary not only from town to town, but also from merchant to merchant. Chandler, you can buy some clothes and trust. Blacksmithing, buy weapons. Alchemists, healing potions, magic potions, poisons. Instructors are of great importance as long as they have the ability to teach you new talents, maneuvers, and special abilities and spells. Let's talk to the spider because she's probably insane anyway. Can I buy the item? Select hero. Blah, blah, blah. I want items. Faster sort. Here we go. Into the labyrinth. Talk to the guard. Is there anything else I can buy? Is the question. No. Okay. You've heard pack of the creators, the wizards. I mean, honestly, Ropa, at least as long as you're not as bad as Ryan, it's totally fine. Or if you procrastinate as much as Michael does. Oh, I guess it's into the labyrinth I go. I don't really know where else to go. She forgot about herself, about her life for fears like months. She kept searching for a way out. The innovation initiative bar. This portrait gives you useful information. Wounds about a log. Precisely. Right. To escape from this house. Go here. Hmm. Is there any place I can go to get rid of those? There's a lever. There's that lever. Go there. Oh, more spiders. Dun dun dun. Hulk smash. Right, there's that. Oh, got attacked again. There you go, smash. I'll go over here, see what this does. Nope. I want Kirby Carly's. Let's go. So graphically, this game is really not that bad. Very simplistic, kind of like in its nature, but as far as like game design, but not every game is a be this weird kind of AAA, oh my god, best release ever kind of game. Like you can see the lighting effects on the shadows and that kind of stuff, which is nice to see. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one bites. Another one bites the dust. All right. So let's see. One thing I will say is the like controls to move are kind of hypersensitive, which not that big of a deal, but well, open up. There we go. Opening treasure chest screen. Just on battle. That's nice. I want to go and be able to leave at some point. Okay, I'm currently healed. Come on, confirm. Oh, dear Lord. Run, run while you can. Come on. Okay, there's that. Waiting for other people. Nope. Okay, now where does this put me? Okay, so there we go. Oh, ooh, those, those are a little rough. Yeah, animations. Almost like shader compiling stutters, I guess is the best way to put it. Short bow, blunt arrow, take all. So this particular game, I believe takes about 12 to 13 hours to actually beat. Won't work. Over whom should I roll? Talk to myself some more. Goes crazy some more. Maybe fighters, range fighters, mages. I mean, let's be real. What am I gonna actually be? I'm probably gonna be a mage. Let's see. Dual wielding, weaponsmith, vitality. Nope. Yep. Yep. Endurance regeneration, dodge. Armor use. Shield fighting, master archer. Magic. Range magic. Astral magic. Astral energy. Damage. Thunderbolt. Ah, okay. No, cancel. Alrighty. Talk to myself some more. Understandable, Silent Legion, Gladiators. Learn from the book. Nope. And Garcia's Collection. Not Billy Guard. The Great Arwa, Forest Cryos System. So what is it? Are you dead? I'm reading. They put one of the B sub. Talk to yourself. No, they love me. They all love me. That might work. All right, let's see. Weapon set, weapon set, weapon set. I want to see what I can do for magic. I have to know why. Well, nope, so much. See, like I like these little storytelling elements of how they do the loading screens. All right. Units are classified in 6 categories. You can use unit size to advantage units. Depending on how objects with the same size cannot be attacked. Okay. So use the terrain to your advantage. High chance, medium, low, no line of sight. Metal armor, get a penalty as astral energy. Let's keep this. I mean, it's a good thing Ryan's not here because he would definitely be. Yeah, it's a good thing Ryan's not here because he'd be terrible at this video game. Magic. Well, software closed because of an error. Well, okay then. Well, this might be a short stream tonight, guys. Um, yeah. Oh. So for those that say, console gaming doesn't have its issues, this is on the vetted Switch, no less. So the Switch can have its issues. I mean, we can't expect all software to be perfect, but that's pretty bad. Not gonna lie. Um, mediocre at best. Um, the the controls can be a little funky. Trying to do movement on CRPGs can be, or like strategy RPGs can be a little weird with a controller as opposed to mouse and keyboard. So definitely keep that in mind. As far as how much this goes for, I honestly don't even remember off the top of my head. I believe it's $20. $15. Uh, so this game takes about 12 to 13 hours to actually beat, according to how long to beat, and that's just kind of a casual playthrough. Uh, I don't know if this is gonna be a game I would personally play, but there's definitely a heavy story focus. Maybe it picks up a little bit more. If I was gonna play it, and this isn't because oh my god, PC, uh, the performance issues aren't necessarily there. So like you'll notice if you go back and look at the stream a little bit, there's a stutter on one of the cutscenes, like the in-engine cutscenes, almost like the shaders are compiling, which is a little weird given that this game came back out in I think 2015, 2016, somewhere in that year. So it's kind of an old game. Not the most graphically demanding game. So that was a little weird as far as seeing that. But if you want kind of a story focused, choice driven strategy RPG, I mean, there's far worse choices if you understand what you're looking for. So I tepid recommendation on my part, I guess. So for those watching, if you have any questions or whatever, we can definitely have that conversation. Uh, so the next game, I honestly don't know what that will be as far as what we'll be playing um, next week. Honestly, I don't know what my schedule is for the current week. So, um, next week's game, I have to be a little more family friendly conscious about what we play on the streams. So some of these games I cannot play from on here. Um, so I might take a look to see what we got kicking around on some of the other consoles and stuff. Might even bust out the PS3 maybe and go from there. See what we got. We can probably do Strange Brigade. I haven't done that in a while. Kind of campy Indiana Jones asymmetrical shooter. It's kind of a fun game. But there are some other games like I got Tower of Time. There's Valkyrie Profile. There's a few others that I can play that are not necessarily horrible as it relates to content wise, family friendly, and all that stuff. Definitely a fun time to be a gamer. I will say that. Or we can, or we can actually look at some, Steam games and whatnot. Oh, and one nice little thing. I did upgrade my Steam Deck's eMMC storage from the 64 gig internal to the 512 mod. So now I have 512 instead of the 64. So, quick idea on that. Not really a Steam Deck problem per se, more of a me and the amount of game collection I have problem. The pre shading of the pre-compiling of shaders eats up a ton of memory on the 64 gig. So I was so low on memory that I had like 500 megs left. And if you looked at the breakdown on Steam OS, it literally showed a giant yellow bar across it, and it was just listed as other. That is literally all the shaders that have been compiled for the games that I had installed on the SD card. That's kind of the secret sauce for a lot of the Steam Deck verified stuff. Uh, is that shader compiling being pre-done? So it eats a lot of space. So that is something that you'll notice if you do have a Steam Deck. I would recommend that the 256 gig model minimum. Or if you don't mind cracking open your Steam Deck and you want to save a couple $100, I think I got a Hynix 2230, card there for 50 something, about $55. And it's 512 gig. And the getting the Steam Deck opens a little sketchy at first, but once you actually get it, it's not bad. If you have a pry tool, a credit card, preferably one that you don't use, anything like that, once you actually get it off, it's not horrible. Take off the actual deck back plate. You'll hear all the clips come around. It'll come right off. Giant metal part that you'll see right by the fan. There's 3 screws. Take those 3 screws out. Underneath the metallic tape, there's a screw in there. Take that off. Underneath, you'll see the storage on the very bottom. Unscrew the typical NVMe screw that you would normally find. Drive will pop up. There's a little metallic sheet on it. Slide that off. Take it out. Throw the new one on. Cover it back up with the sheet. Push it back down. Reverse order everything. Put the screws back in. Close the Steam Deck up. USB-C and recovery image, all that stuff doesn't take that long to do. So yeah, it was a interesting thing. I'm usually not one for taking I don't want to say consumer devices apart because I've done it with some of my old PS4s, but it generically when I treat things as consoles, I'm not usually one to open them up. Just not my thing. And I think one of these days, what we're going to do is we're just going to go through one of these game shops and we're just going to go and buy stuff. Like a community consensus buying night for games. Just to see what, within reason, obviously. Just to see what we end up getting. Like from a sale. So we'll set a budget of like $100 and see what we can get from whatever console we decide to, or store we decide to go through. I think that'll be a fun experiment to see what the community wants to do. And at some point, yes, we will do Among Us because I need to fulfill that promise. So, but other than that, other than the game hard crashing to the main menu, tepid recommendation if you're looking for a story focused kind of strategy RPG. By all means, get it. It's $15. It's about $1 an hour as far as play rate and bang for your buck kind of deal as far as content to the ratio money spent. So can't go wrong too bad. But I will catch you guys next week and we will see what we end up playing. So peace.